Alright guys, welcome back to the Velodicted channel. Today I'm going to take a look at the Topeak Frontloader, a front packing device for your travel adventures. So this is the package you get when you purchase the Topeak Frontloader. The ingredients are the following. You have a harness, you have the front loader, roll at itself, 2 strap systems, and you have some sort of foamy spacers. This is what you get, so step by step. First and foremost, this is the harness system. It's kind of a roll. You can open the buckles here, and this is the place where you place your the waterproof bag and attach it to the handlebars. As you can see, you have this gray color inside and a black color outside. This is this tacky material which will be used in all of their products in this series. Furthermore, you have a lot of attachment points. You have this strap right here where you can attach different things, and this is the area where you attach the whole thing to your handlebars. Second, this is the waterproof bag. In the Topeak bag loader, you have a certain direction where you have to insert this into your backpack. Not so on this one, because you have on both sides the same clipping mechanism. You can open it on the left hand side or on the right hand side, and you have again the air release to reduce the volume and pack your stuff really tight. This is also water resistant and waterproof to a water column of 10,000 millimeters. The maximum load capacity is around 8 liters. Then you find something like this in the package, and the purpose of that is to reduce vibrations on the handlebar interface and also to save the handlebars from scratches. You don't need to apply them at all. In total you have 8 of them delivered in the package. Another item you find in the package is this strap. It's called the strap A. Strap A, it's kind of this roll, and you can additionally add something to your bag and attaching them with these really nice hooks. And maybe you have a tent or whatever, you can put it additionally on the top loader. That's really great. The last item is this grayish strap, which is pretty generous, but also have these great hooks. And I show you the purpose of this. It's a bit difficult to describe, but it is to attach or secure the top loader more safely to your stem. Attaching to your bike. Well, the principle is quite simple. You want to attach the harness first onto your handlebars with the loops. It's double secured. That's quite well made, I think. And it's really rigid. And as I told you, you can use or not use the foamy spacers to gain a bit of height. Yeah, you can leave them aside and really adjust it without. By nature, this harness wants to place under the handlebars. And this is where I personally experienced some issues, but this is just because I use a road bike and my road bike is very small. I built the front end very low, and I ran into some issues with that. Since the harness wants to place beneath the handlebars, it rotates. I don't have enough space between handlebars and the tire. So I ran into some issues of touching or interference between the bag and my tire. So what I wanted to do is to place the bag in front of the handlebars. The issue is gravity works against me. The load wants to travel downwards and wants to hang underneath the handlebar. And normally this is the way you should pack it, but in my case this was a bit problematic. And this is where strap B came into place. I misused its purpose. The regular purpose is to tighten the weight so that it won't dangle forth and back while driving. And this strap I reused, and I reused some attaching points on the harness to counterweight this pendulum effect that that the harness or the load won't interfere with my tire. What I did, I placed this around my headset. These two hooks I placed on a attaching point and tried to lever the weight in between the handlebars. If you're a road rider like me, another problem is going to be introduced. My handlebars are not narrow but not very wide. My handlebars are 40 centimeters in width, and you can't take full advantage of the load capacity of 8 liters if you have narrow handlebars like me. If you have mountain bike handlebars, this is no problem at all, because you have straight bars and you are able to extend the load left and right, no problem at all. If you have drop handlebars like me, you are limited to those to this area within the drop handlebars. More on that, because if you want to shift with your STI shifters, you maybe run into the issue of touching or misshift because you can't reach the point of shifting. So take this in consideration. For road rider hybrids like me who wants to travel, have a road bike, this is a bit of a problem because I couldn't load up the whole 8 liters. I had to really compress it and limit my storage capacity in the front. This was a bit unfortunate. If you're done for the day and you want to unload your capacity, this is really nice. The detaching of your load is really easy. The idea is to leave the harness on your bike the whole time, and you really can just put out the roll and take it with you. It's just 2 seconds. Unclip the one, unclip the other buckle, and you're done. You have your roll and you can pack it and go. Does it affect the riding quality in terms of weight distribution? I experienced none of that because I haven't had that much inside, but it was a really dense load in the front, so it's maybe a tad more sluggy. Overall, it felt quite the same. Now I have listed some pros and cons, what I liked and what I don't like. First of all, pros. The whole package is well made, great fabric, very sturdy, and makes a good impression to me. I like the attaching points, or the way this attaches. It's very easy, very straightforward. It's also watertight, like the back in the back loader, and you don't need to be worried that something is going to be wet. Fast access to your load. I really like that you can detach the load from the harness. There are different types of bags where you put in your stuff and you can't detach the load from the harness. Could be problematic. So I really like that you can detach the load in a matter of seconds and can leave the harness where it is on the bike. Volume, 8 liters is quite a bit, and if you have the possibility to get the advantage of the whole capacity, I think 8 liters is very, very good. Now to the contrapoints. With drop handlebars, and this is very personal, with drop handlebars you have a limited use of this bag because you can't get access of the whole 8 liters because you are limited to your width of your handlebars. So the narrower your handlebars, the less volume you can carry with it. The wider, or if you have maybe flared handlebars it's really not that much of a problem. But not only the handlebars itself, but also the shifting. I want to be able to shift at any point. It can happen, or I experienced that the way the roll is laying inside, you are hitting the roll with your SDI shifters. You really need a great frame, or at least a long steerer tube to accommodate the roll within the handlebars and the tire. Because if your head tube is too short, you run into the issue of interfering with the tire and back. So let's wrap it up. Topeak Frontloader, is it worth it? I guess yes. In most cases and for the most people, this is a great companion on your tours. For me, it worked out well, even though it wasn't the perfect fit on my bike, because my bike is not really made for this, because it's a road bike, it's a small frame, and it's really aggressive in the front end. I first of all ran into the issues of contact or interfering tire and back. To this point, I figured out how to manage it with the botch. But if you have a medium-sized bike with a really relaxed geometry and a normal handlebar, you won't run into these issues at all. It's maybe not the number one for me, but I will give it a chance. We will see if I'm going to be happy with that, or I have to take a look at other models or brands. Okay guys, that's basically it for today. I leave it here. I want to thank you, and I hope you found this a little bit useful. If so, I would love if you leave a comment. Maybe you want to give this video a thumb up, and maybe you want to subscribe to the channel if you're interested in stuff like this. So thanks, Velodicted, cheers!